Have you ever wondered if the fish you're eating, the one you trust for heart and brain health, could actually be damaging your body without you knowing? It sounds shocking, but the truth is even more alarming. Recent studies, including one from the Journal of the American Medical Association, reveal that seniors who regularly eat certain high-mercury fish have a 60% greater risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. And this isn't just theory. Tests on adults over 65 have found dangerously high mercury levels, traced directly back to specific fish commonly sold in supermarkets. So, while fish is often praised as a superfood, not all fish are created equal. Some fish deliver powerful benefits, protecting your memory, strengthening your heart, and keeping your joints healthy. But others, they silently burden your nervous system, strain your kidneys, and accelerate aging without you even realizing it. The worst part? Many seniors are unknowingly eating these dangerous fish every week, thinking they're making a healthy choice. But don't worry, there's good news too. Some types of fish can actually help you fight inflammation, sharpen your mind, and even slow down the signs of aging. In this video, we'll uncover the top 4 best and top 4 worst fish for people over 60. And the number 1 dangerous fish? It's packed with hidden neurotoxins that are especially harmful to aging bodies. And it might be in your freezer right now. So stay with us until the end to protect your health and make smarter choices starting today. Before we dive in, tell us in the comments where you're watching from. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more natural health tips made just for seniors. Now, let's get started with the best fish you should be enjoying more often. Number 4. Rainbow trout. Rainbow trout often flies under the radar in discussions about healthy fish, but it deserves a place at the top for seniors. What makes it so special is that it's one of the cleanest freshwater fish you can eat, often farmed in environmentally controlled areas that minimize exposure to pollutants and toxins. Unlike fish from polluted oceans or lakes, rainbow trout is consistently low in mercury, which makes it an especially safe option for those over 60 whose bodies are more vulnerable to heavy metal accumulation. But safety is only part of the story. Rainbow trout is also loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, which directly supports brain function and memory. Seniors who regularly eat DHA-rich fish show slower cognitive decline and lower rates of dementia, according to a large study from Rush University. This fish also contains a pretty healthy dose of vitamin B12, which is essential for red blood cell formation and helps prevent fatigue and weakness, issues that many older adults silently struggle with. On top of that, the selenium in trout supports your immune system, while its high protein content helps maintain muscle mass, which tends to decline after age 60. This fish is also very tender and flaky, making it easy to chew and digest, which is great for seniors who may have dental issues or slower digestion. And if you're worried about preparing it, don't be. Trout can be simply baked with lemon and herbs, and it pairs beautifully with steamed vegetables or a light salad. Its mild flavor also makes it more appealing to those who aren't fond of the fishier taste of other varieties. So, when you choose rainbow trout, you're choosing a fish that protects your mind, strengthens your body, and keeps your meals both delicious and safe. Number 3. Herring. Herring might sound like a fish from the old country or something your grandparents ate, but it's actually a nutritional goldmine that more seniors should rediscover. This small, oily fish is rich in EPA and DHA, two omega-3 fatty acids your body can't make on its own. These nutrients play a critical role in protecting your heart, lowering inflammation, and keeping your arteries flexible. That's vital because stiff arteries increase your risk of high blood pressure, strokes, and heart attacks, all major concerns as we age. In fact, studies showed that seniors who eat oily fish like herring at least twice a week had a reduced risk of fatal heart events by up to 30%. But it doesn't stop at heart health. Herring is also a fantastic source of vitamin D, a nutrient that becomes increasingly important for bone health as you age. Low vitamin D levels are linked with a higher risk of fractures, falls, and even depression in seniors. And here's something that sets herring apart. Its bones are so small and soft, especially when pickled or canned, that you can actually eat them, giving you a great source of natural calcium too. That's a big win for bone density, without needing a supplement. Another bonus? Herring is relatively low on the food chain, which means it accumulates far fewer toxins like mercury compared to larger predator fish. It's affordable, widely available in different forms like smoked, canned, or pickled. And it's easy to prepare. Just spread it on whole grain toast, add it to salads, or pair it with potatoes. It might not look glamorous, but it's the kind of old-school fish that quietly delivers big health rewards. Number 2. Wild-caught sardines. Wild-caught sardines are one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, and they're a godsend for aging bodies. One can of sardines can pack more than 120% of your daily recommended intake of vitamin B12, a crucial vitamin for nerve health, brain function, and energy production. Seniors are often deficient in B12, which leads to memory issues, fatigue, and even tingling in the hands and feet. Sardines also contain massive amounts of omega-3s, far more than you'd expect from such a small fish. These fatty acids have been shown in clinical studies to lower inflammation markers like CRP-C-reactive protein, which are linked with everything from arthritis to chronic pain. So, if you've been feeling more stiffness or joint pain lately, this little fish could be your natural anti-inflammatory remedy. Plus, sardines are rich in coenzyme Q10, which is a compound that supports heart function and can even improve energy levels. CoQ10 levels drop as we age, especially in those taking statins or blood pressure medications, and replenishing it through food is essential. Like herring, sardines are also low on the food chain, which means they're naturally low in mercury and other heavy metals. This makes them one of the safest fish choices for seniors. And you don't need to be a gourmet chef to enjoy them either. They come canned in olive oil, tomato sauce, or mustard. You can mash them into sandwiches, toss them into salads, or blend them into spreads. Don't let their size fool you. Sardines deliver a nutritional punch that supports your heart, brain, and bones, all in one bite-sized package. Number 1. Wild-caught salmon. Taking the top spot, wild-caught salmon is the undisputed king when it comes to fish that seniors should eat regularly. What makes it number 1 isn't just one benefit. It's the sheer number of benefits combined with safety and accessibility. Wild-caught salmon, especially from Alaska, is packed with long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, which have been proven to reduce inflammation, support brain health, and protect the heart. According to a study published in the journal Neurology, seniors who eat salmon 2 to 3 times a week have significantly less brain shrinkage over time and perform better on memory tests. That means fewer senior moments, sharper recall, and better focus even into your 80s and 90s. But the advantages don't end there. Salmon is also an excellent source of high-quality protein, which is essential for preventing sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that makes seniors more prone to weakness and falls. Each serving of salmon provides about 22 grams of easily digestible protein, along with potassium, which helps control blood pressure and reduce the risk of strokes. Another vital nutrient in salmon is astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that gives the fish its pink-orange color. Astaxanthin has been shown to protect the eyes from age-related macular degeneration and improve skin elasticity, making you feel and look younger. Wild-caught salmon also tends to be lower in contaminants compared to foreign versions, which can contain antibiotics, dyes, and even harmful levels of PCBs, industrial pollutants. That's why choosing wild-caught is so important. And here's the good news. Preparing salmon doesn't have to be complicated. You can grill it, bake it, or even cook it in an air fryer, with a simple marinade of olive oil, garlic, and lemon. The flavor is rich, but not overwhelming, and it pairs well with just about any vegetable or grain. In a nutshell, eating wild-caught salmon regularly is like giving your body a natural multivitamin with every delicious bite. It's brain fuel, heart armor, muscle support, and anti-aging therapy all in one. So, these were the best 4 types of fish you must eat after 60. Now, let's flip the page and get to the worst 4 types you should never eat. Number 4. Farmed tilapia. Tilapia might seem like a healthy choice at first glance. It's cheap, mild in flavor, and widely available, which makes it popular among older adults. But behind its gentle taste lies a health risk that most seniors don't even realize. The vast majority of tilapia sold in supermarkets is not wild-caught. It's farm-raised, often in crowded low-regulation facilities, especially in parts of Asia and Latin America. These environments often use excessive antibiotics to control disease and allow harmful contaminants like dioxins and PCBs to accumulate in the fish. Dioxins are industrial pollutants linked to cancer, immune system dysfunction, and liver problems. This is especially dangerous for seniors with already weakened organs or those on ongoing medications. But the real problem here is the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Unlike the fatty fish we mentioned earlier, farmed tilapia is high in omega-6 fatty acids, which promote inflammation when consumed in excess. Chronic inflammation is a root cause of countless age-related diseases, including arthritis, heart disease, and even Alzheimer's. In fact, a study published in Science Daily found that farmed tilapia contains more inflammatory fats than hamburger or even bacon. So, while it may look like a lean, healthy option, tilapia could actually be accelerating the very conditions seniors are trying to avoid. And because it's so widely used in senior living centers, cafeterias, and pre-packed meals, many seniors are eating it regularly without realizing its long-term impact. If you see tilapia on the menu, it might be worth swapping it for one of the nutrient-dense options we covered earlier. Number 3. King mackerel. Mackerel is a tricky category because while some types are incredibly healthy, like Atlantic or Spanish mackerel, others are downright dangerous, especially for seniors. King mackerel is the biggest red flag of them all. This fish ranks among the highest in mercury content, with readings that regularly exceed the safety limits set by the FDA. Mercury is a heavy metal that, accumulates in the body over time, and older adults have a harder time detoxifying it because liver and kidney function naturally decline with age. The symptoms of mercury toxicity often mimic age-related illnesses. It can cause memory loss, confusion, tremors, and even mood disturbances like depression or anxiety. That makes it particularly insidious because a senior experiencing these symptoms may think they're just getting older, when in fact it's a chemical buildup from their diet. What's worse is that king mackerel is still available in many grocery stores and fish markets, without any clear labeling to warn consumers about its mercury levels. It's often grilled or fried in restaurants, and can sneak into dishes labeled simply as mackerel, without further clarification. Because it's an oily fish, some people assume it has the same benefits as sardines or salmon. But in reality, the risks far outweigh the benefits. Even small amounts of king mackerel eaten regularly can raise mercury levels enough to cause neurological symptoms. Seniors who already have cognitive concerns or are taking medications that affect the nervous system should be especially cautious. So if you want to enjoy mackerel safely, always ask for Atlantic or Spanish varieties, and make sure it's from a reliable source. Number 2. Swordfish. Swordfish is known for its firm texture and meaty flavor, which makes it a popular choice for grilling, but it hides a dark secret that every senior should be aware of. Swordfish is one of the most mercury-contaminated fish in the entire ocean. Because it's a large predatory fish that sits high on the marine food chain, it accumulates mercury from everything it eats over its long lifespan. According to the Environmental Defense Fund, swordfish can contain mercury levels up to 3 times higher than the legal limit. For a younger person, occasional consumption might not be a huge issue, but for seniors, even infrequent exposure can be risky. Mercury doesn't just affect the brain. It also places strain on the kidneys and cardiovascular system. Seniors with high blood pressure, kidney disease, or cognitive decline are especially vulnerable. The damage is often slow and silent, building up over months or even years. Symptoms like tremors, insomnia, poor balance, and muscle weakness are easily mistaken for natural aging, but they can often be signs of mercury toxicity. And because swordfish is considered a delicacy, it shows up in fancy dinners, vacation buffets, and upscale seafood restaurants, often without much explanation. That's why it's so dangerous. You might not eat it every day, but when you do, it hits hard. It's also particularly risky when combined with alcohol or medications that already stress the liver, like prescriptions for cholesterol, diabetes, or blood pressure. So, if you've had swordfish recently and feel foggy fatigued or unusually off balance, it may not be a coincidence. Swordfish is a fish best left off the plate entirely for anyone over 60. Number 1. Farmed Atlantic salmon. Now, here it is, the number 1 most dangerous fish that seniors should never touch. And this might surprise you, because it sounds so healthy. Farmed Atlantic salmon. Not to be confused with wild-caught salmon, which we covered earlier. We talked about wild-caught salmon as the healthiest fish for seniors. But the farmed version is a completely different story. It may look similar, but it's often raised in densely packed pens where disease spreads rapidly. To combat this, fish farmers rely heavily on antibiotics, and sometimes even pesticides to kill parasites like sea lice. These chemicals don't just disappear. They accumulate in the fish's fat and eventually end up in your body. What's even worse is the fat profile. Farmed salmon contains much higher levels of omega-6 fats and lower levels of omega-3s compared to its wild counterpart. That means it promotes inflammation instead of fighting it. Studies have found that regular consumption of farmed salmon can lead to increased levels of persistent organic pollutants, POPs. These are strongly linked to type 2 diabetes, obesity, and even some cancers. For seniors already struggling with metabolic health, this is a hidden landmine. The contamination doesn't stop there. Farmed salmon is often colored with synthetic astaxanthin, a dye added to make the flesh pink, because the natural pigment from a wild diet is missing. This synthetic version has not been tested as thoroughly as the natural one and may carry additional risks. And if all of that wasn't enough, some farmed salmon are genetically modified to grow faster, raising even more health concerns that haven't been fully studied in long-term human trials. The reality is, the farmed salmon industry prioritizes quantity over quality, and seniors who eat this fish, thinking they're doing something good for their heart, might actually be introducing toxins and inflammatory agents into their bodies. So, if you see salmon on sale at a surprisingly low price, check the label carefully. If it says Atlantic salmon, or doesn't say wild caught, chances are it's farmed and should be avoided. And there you have it. 4 types of fish that can nourish your brain, strengthen your heart, and support a longer, healthier life. And 4 types that could quietly sabotage your health without you even knowing it. The decisions you make at the seafood counter truly matter. They could be the difference between graceful aging and hidden health risks. It's not about creating fear, it's about making smart, informed choices. And now, you have the knowledge you need. So the next time you're picking out seafood, choose the ones that protect your body, not harm it. We'd love to hear from you. Have you been eating any of the risky fish we talked about today? Were you surprised by any names on the list? And what's your go-to healthy fish dish at home? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We always enjoy reading your stories and tips. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.